Do we know how to answer? Do we know how to talk? Do we know when not to talk? Because that's important. Do we know when not to say nothing and just leave it alone? So I want to start with Colossians. I'm going to go in verse 1, and I'm going to exegete verse 6, and then I'm going to go over to Ephesians 4:29. So it says here in verse 1 of chapter 4 of Colossians, Masters, give unto your servants that which is just and equal, knowing that ye also have a master in heaven. Very interesting. The word master means when you have power. When you have power over somebody or something. He says here, I need you to understand that you have to commit. You have to commit yourself, your power, to being just and equal to everybody. Even though you might be able to do whatever you want with that person, God is saying, I need you to be just, honorable, right, and equal. This is what he's looking for. Because you have someone that has power over you in heaven that can treat you any way he wants to treat you. But he only treats you one way, and that's with love. And off of love comes grace and mercy. So he says here, Masters, give unto your servants, slaves, that which is just and equal, knowing that ye also have a master in heaven. Then it says in verse 2, continue in prayer and watch in the same with thanksgiving. Now, this was interesting to me. The word continue here, it means to endure. He's saying endure. And then it means to be steadfast and faithful in the everyday details of your Christian life. Be steadfast and faithful. Continue in prayer. Continue in prayer. Be steadfast and faithful in the everyday details of your Christian life. And how do you be steadfast and faithful? Through prayer. Isn't that something? Through prayer. This is what prayer is. A vow to God. So when I'm praying, I'm making, God, that's why it's careful what you pray for. Be careful what you pray for, folks. Because sometimes we'll pray for things and we're making a vow before God. Sometimes I've had people say, boy, I'm going to pray that this person don't come to church again. That's a bad thing. That's a bad thing. You don't want to do that. Or you might pray, man, I wish so-and-so would do this. Or so-and-so. God is saying, you're making this vow before me. So prayer is a vow before God. But listen to the next definition here. So it can benefit other people. So when I make a vow before God, when I'm praying to God, it's going to benefit somebody else. That's why he says, be steadfast and faithful in the details of your daily Christian walk. So you don't let stuff overwhelm you so you can't make this vow to God, because you know what, prayer is an important thing. I remember we was at prayer meeting, I think it was last week, and we went over a little bit, and it stuck in my mind. And Chris was up, and we were talking and praying, and we were doing it. We were talking about some things, about the prayer list. And it got late, and Chris said, we may as well go into prayer. And I said, oh no, Chris, do the message. That's important too. But Esther said something. She said, but prayer is important too. And that stuck in my mind. And God said, prayer, I need you to pray. You could have done the message, but we could have prayed just like we normally do. Because I'm making a vow before God that's going to do what? Benefit other people. Because it's not about me. The message, I wanted to hear the message so I could get built up. But I also have to remember, we need to pray so other people can benefit from our prayers. So that's something that God used last week at the prayer meeting. I said, good grief. I said, man, God, we should have prayed, huh? He said, yeah, I think you should have. He said, you should have listened to Esther. Because she was like, let's pray. Let's do that. That's important, and it's important. So he says here, continue in prayer. And then he says, watch in the same with thanksgiving. Now, this word watch here was very interesting to me. Because he says here, the definition of the word watch here is caution needed against the anxiety resulting from the fear of someone losing their salvation. So he's saying, I need you to continually be faithful and steadfast in prayer. And don't be worried about losing your salvation. Because if you're going in the direction that I want you to go, how can you lose it? So why would you be anxious about something if you know you're going in the right direction? Because he says here, he doesn't want you to have this fear. And then he says at the end of that, he says, watching the same with thanksgiving. He's saying, be thankful because of your vows to me and your faithfulness and steadfastness in my word, that you don't have to worry about losing your salvation because you're going forward with me. Isn't that something? Then he says this in verse 3. With all praying also for us, that God would open unto us a door of utterance to speak the mystery of Christ, for which I am also in bonds, which I'm also a slave. But this was interesting because the word utterance here, now I've had this verse taught to me a number of times. And I've heard different meanings for the word utterance. And some pastors teach that it means to be able to speak in an unknown tongue. But actually what it means here, listen to this definition, to speak with intelligence about the gospel of Jesus Christ. Isn't that something? That's what it means. It means to be able to unlock the mystery. Let me ask you a question. How do you unlock the mysteries of the gospel of Jesus Christ? How do you unlock it? What do? You read it, you study it, you ask God to give you a revelation of it, and then you're able to, here's a word that people use, prophesy. Because people think prophesying means that I put my hands on Chris and God told me, Chris, to tell you that you need to get this and prophesying simply means in the New Testament, it means that I'm foretelling something that's already been told. I'm telling you something about the Word of God that God already had written down, and all I'm doing is telling you what's already there. That's prophesying. That's New Testament prophesying, folks. It's not putting your hands on somebody saying, God told. Listen, if God got something to tell me, you can be assured he's going to tell me and not nobody else. Now, he might use Chris to confirm what he's already told me, and then I can say, oh, God, man, oh, man, Chris, where you get that from? But in reality, he's not going to tell somebody about me because that means he's not personal. And he's a personal God. He comes right before me and he tells me, look, man, you're not doing this. You're a little off over here. I need you to get back over here. Or you're doing good. You become useful and profitable in my kingdom. He'll tell me himself. He will not go to anybody else and tell them about Arthur Atkins. He has to tell me about me first. So, to speak the mystery of Christ. What's the mystery of Christ? What is the mystery, folks? Yeah, boy, Rev, you on point, Rev. It's the gospel of Jesus Christ. It's the good news of the kingdom of God. That's the mystery, folks. Why would God save a wretch like me? Why would God deliver me from something that I couldn't deliver myself from? Why would God give me grace and mercy? Why would he do that? Why would he show his compassion on me? Why? That's a mystery. I don't understand it, but you know what? I don't need to understand it. I just want to learn how to receive it freely without any questions asked. I don't want to know why. God, just teach me how to receive what you've already done for me. That's all I need. I just want to learn how to receive. Oh, man, if I can receive your unconditional love, Lord, that means I can give it to somebody else. If I can receive your grace and mercy, that means I can give it to somebody else. Oh, my goodness. If I can receive forgiveness of all the things I've done in my life, knowing that you have forgiven me, Lord, oh, then I can forgive somebody else that has wronged me easily with no questions asked. I don't even think about it. You know why? Because God forgave me. I am obligated as a minister, and if you're a born-again believer today, you are a minister of Jesus Christ right now. You don't need a title. You don't need somebody to give you a piece of paper. You are biblically a minister of the gospel of Jesus Christ, and it is your obligation to love, to give grace and mercy, to have forgiveness for each and every person that comes into your life. I'm telling you now. Then he says, for which I am also in bonds. I'm a slave to it. Verse 4, that I may make it manifest as I ought to speak. That I may make it or reveal it as I ought to speak. And this word here, ought, it means a personal obligation. I have to learn through prayer, steadfastness and faithfulness in the details of my Christian life. What I have to learn how to do is reveal to people with a personal obligation of how I express what I'm thinking about them. How do you express your thoughts to people? When people get you angry, what do? You get angry back at them? Somebody curses you out. Do you curse them out back? Somebody doesn't do what you want them to do. Do you tell them, well, you know what? I used to love you. But now you're not doing what I want you to do, so I can't love you no more. You see, that's the one thing God never does to you or me. Unconditional love means that no matter where you are today, God loves you. Amen. There's no stipulations. See, we put stipulations on love. I'll love you if you're doing what I want you to do. But as soon as you're not doing what I want you to do, it's a game of cards. It's over. God says, you know what, Arthur? If you do what I want you to do, or if you don't do what I want you to do, I throw my grace up on you, which is unmerited favor. Oh, God, I can't even understand that. I'm accepted by God, and there's no merits on that acceptance. And he says, man, you're a part of my kingdom no matter what, Arthur. Oh, God, I can't even understand it. If we could comprehend this, we'd fall down on our face and wouldn't even look up. We'd be like the publican that was on his knees, and he wouldn't even look up because he knew how messed up he was, and he knew God had grace and mercy on him and his love, and oh my God, he couldn't even do it. So he says here, verse 5, he says, walk in wisdom. Walk, my way of life. Wisdom. Walk in wisdom. The Greek definition for this word wisdom, I've heard that boy in church. Being in church, I've heard some words, and I'm like, good grief. And you get these long, drawn-out definitions of these words, and they don't even mean what they actually mean. Wisdom is simply the knowledge of how to regulate one's relationship with God. Wisdom. Learning how to regulate your relationship with God. Now, the next definition for this word here is prudent. Prudent is this. This is what it means. Using sound judgment in the details of life. When I have wisdom, I've learned how to have sound judgment in the details of life. And then I'm cautious about my conduct, how I act around people, but more or less how I act around myself. Because when you're alone, you think you can do what you want. But God's watching. So he sees you when you're with people, when you're putting on. I'm not saying nobody putting on the front, but I'm sure. I've done it before. Yeah, everything's great, man. Yeah, man, praise the Lord, hallelujah. But in reality, I was tore up. But I had to put on this facade and make everybody think, oh man, he's pastor. He's spiritual. Man, let me tell you something. When I walked in here today, I was like, oh God, man. I don't want to come today, Lord. Man, I was out all night last night, man, Lord. I was out preaching. I got home late. My kids didn't want to get up and get dressed. I had to run around and I had to iron the clothes. I had to run around and get them. Oh God, man, I don't want to go in there today. Let somebody else preach. It got about 10:30. I said, oh man. I'm like, Joe, Joe's sitting there drinking a cup of hot chocolate in the doorway. And it's almost 20 of. I'm like, oh my God, man, come on, man. He said, well, you said I couldn't take it in the car. I said, yeah, but I told you to put it on the counter, man. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to go. I don't want to come. I don't want to preach. I just want to stay home. Let me clean my house. And you know what God said? Learn how to regulate your relationship with me, and you'll be okay. Learn how to regulate your relationship with me, and you will be okay. And I said, thank you, Jesus. So he says, be cautious of your conduct. Don't be harsh with people. Know how to regulate the circumstances that come up in your life. Whatever it may be, let God deal with it, and you leave it alone, because if you put your hands in the mix, all you're going to do is mess it up anyway. So you let God deal with everything that's going on in your life. Because if you're like me, I've tried to do so many things and changing things in my life, and God just says, man, look, be quiet. He said, man, look, go to the Bible, open it up, and go to Psalm 46:10. And I go to Psalm 46:10, it says, be still. Drop everything you're doing, Arthur, and know that I am God. Know that I got the power to do whatever it is that needs to be done in your life. You don't have no power at all. Just let me have it. So he says this. Walk in wisdom towards them that are without wisdom. Those that don't know how to regulate their relationship with God. You that do, go to them. And listen, he's not talking to non-believers. He's talking to both. He's even talking about Christians that don't know how to because I got to tell you the truth, folks. There's Christians that don't know how to regulate their relationship with God. He's saying when those come into your picture, you teach them. Teach them. Then he says this. Walk in wisdom towards them that are without, redeeming the time. And this word here, redeeming the time, and you've heard that in churches before. You got to redeem the time. Well, this is what redeeming the time means. Redeeming means to buy up all that you can when you can. Meaning that when God puts somebody in front of you or puts you in a situation where he wants you to do something, you do it right then and there and don't put it off to the next week. It means to buy everything up. It means not allowing a moment to pass without telling somebody about the mystery of the gospel of Jesus Christ. You tell them. You don't be afraid. You don't be, oh man, I'll wait till next week. No, next week might not come. So then he says this in verse 6. Here we go. Knowing how to answer every man, woman, and child. Let your speech be with grace. Woohoo, man, that is something. Here's grace, joy. Let your speech be with joy. Let your speech be with favor, acceptance by God. Wow. A kindness granted, even when you don't want to be kind, you grant it anyway. Anyway, right? Unmerited, unearned, unmerited favor. Unearned, unmerited acceptance by God. Boy, this is what it does. God's grace affects man's sinfulness and not only forgives the repentant sinner, but brings joy and thankfulness into that person's life. That's why it's so important that we learn how to let our speech, the way we express our thoughts, with grace. Got to be with grace. And then listen to what he says. Then he says, here's the good one, seasoned with salt. Seasoned with salt. And this word seasoned here, it means grace prepares a person. Isn't that something? That word season means prepare. Actually, it means a stimulating preparation. Stimulating. Grace stimulates people. When people understand what grace is, I got the favor of God, it stimulates me. Oh my God, it's like when you put some stuff on a daggone a piece of meat or something, and the meat is plain, and you put some stuff on it, and then when you cook it and you cut it and it's juicy and it's tender and you put it in your mouth and you say, oh man, that thing was good. That's what grace does in people's lives, folks. That's what it does. Oh man. So he says seasoned with salt. Here we go. Salt. What was salt used for back then? Preservative. It preserves. So grace will preserve people's life. Wow. It preserves people's life. But listen to what this definition is here in the Greek for the word salt. Prudence. Here we go again with prudence. Using sound judgment in the details of life. Cautious of conduct, not harsh. I don't speak. You know what God is teaching me? When I'm talking to somebody and they're not hearing me, I don't get angry anymore. You know what I do? I go, okay. Oh, yeah. Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay. That's what I do now. Because grace has to be seasoned with salt. And then it says, seasoned with salt, that ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. And this word ought, again, it means a personal obligation for me to answer, select the words that need to come out of my mouth by the Holy Spirit, or not to have any words come out of my mouth at all. At all. Right? That ye may know how ye ought to answer every man. And I'm closing with this right here. Ephesians 4, verse 29. It says, let no corrupt communication proceed out of your mouth, but that which is good to the use of edifying, that it may minister grace unto the hearer. Isn't that something? This word corrupt, anything, don't let nothing rotten or worthless come out of your mouth. Isn't that something? Rotten. So stuff that isn't graceful, that isn't God giving you to say to somebody is what? Rotten. It's corrupt. It's worthless. And then he says here that which is good, useful, and profitable to the use of edifying. And edifying means to build somebody up. Listen to this. For spiritual profit and advancement. So when I build somebody up, they're going to profit from me building them up, and they're going to advance in the kingdom of God. Isn't that something? They're going to advance. So he says here that it may minister grace unto the hearers. And this word minister here, it means to have power. It means to commit. And it means to give somebody something that they don't already have. Isn't that something, folks? Isn't that something? God is saying, listen, let's talk to people the way he talks to us. Let us learn how to answer every man, woman, and child. Amen? Amen.